So one thing I believe you should add to all of your Etsy products are these popular phrases. And if you utilize them strategically, you're able to see your sales up on Etsy. So in today's video, I want to share with you my method of how I find popular phrases to create and how you can integrate that into whatever product you are selling, either be print on demand or even digital products. I want to share this all with you coming up next. Now, one of the main tools that we're going to use today to help us better understand what type of products we need to sell is the tool EverBee. This is a great tool if you want to dig deeper in regards to what is selling well, the actual sales data, understanding the keywords that's being utilized for these designs here. All this data and information is extremely helpful, and you can see this in real time, giving you a better understanding of what type of products you need to design, but more specifically, what type of keywords you need to use in these designs. I'll make sure to leave all the details down in my description box below if you want to try this out on your own and to see if this is best for your Etsy business. All right, so here we are on Etsy, and again, our overall goal here is to find these popular products we can start creating. And so we definitely want to see what phrases that we can add to our products to make our products stand out above the rest of the competition, and definitely find those areas where these products are not properly used. So with that being said, I'd like to head over into the search bar here, and I'd like to search up for a particular niche. Let's just say, for instance, searching up mom t-shirt. And as we search up the mom t-shirt here, one of the things obviously that we're going to find are the bestsellers, the popular nows, different type of products like that. But one of the areas that we definitely want to find are these popular phrases that are all over these t-shirts here. And the reason why we want to lean into this is because we're going to find out a little bit later, there are other areas that may not necessarily be using text to showcase their design. So I'll share with you another product category. You can take these popular phrases and add them into your design space. Now, with that being said, we can see all these popular phrases are really gaining sales. Like this one, Cool Moms Club here. That's a popular phrase that we can add in here. We want to just stay away from these names because obviously we want to add in more text to our design, which is the purpose of today's video. But if I were to go down a little bit further, we can see Cool Moms Club here is doing well. Again, we see this one here, My Mom Era. Again, we go down here a little bit further, and this one says fueled by caffeine and chaos. And so now you can start seeing that the popular phrases are these little multiple words that is really going to drive in sales. Now, again, the goal here is not to copy, but to think about where can I apply these popular phrases into other categories that I can start gaining sales as well. So we see a lot of bestsellers and popular nows, but one of the things that we definitely want to do before we even go in here and find a popular phrase is to make sure that the sales volume is actually high. Right? We don't want to look at a popular phrase and it's not necessarily doing well with sales. So again, there's a lot of ways we can do that. We can look at Etsy itself and we can see bestsellers popular now. But one area where we don't necessarily get all this data is just by looking at Etsy alone. We need something to help us go a little bit further to see what are the actual sales. And so with that being said, we're going to open this up in EverBee and see what this is doing in regards to sales a little bit more. So here are some popular phrases, right, in my mom era. And as a disclaimer, everything that we're talking about today, when we're talking about popular phrases, need to be checked with trademarks that we're not infringing upon anyone's design. And so if you do want to check out if a particular phrase is trademark or a word is trademark, you can go to the site USPTO, and this will give you some options here to search if an item is trademark. You can head over to trademarks and do trademark searches and search the system. And then here we'll put in whatever popular phrase or word we want to use and just double check to make sure those things are not trademarked. So for instance, if we are trying to do in my mom era shirt, again, we can just put this in my mom era. As you can see, we typed in the search in my mom era. And again, someone did have this in my mom era, but it is abandoned. I would even say for now, stay away from this because if someone does pick this back up, then all your designs are going to have an issue with trademark if someone do want to press that further. But again, I'm just trying to share with you just the method you would do when you're trying to figure out if a phrase is trademarked. You're typing it in here, pulling that phrase. And if it does say live, that means that this is a phrase that is obviously owned by somebody, so we can't use that. That's a trademark phrase. However, if it says dead, that means that this phrase is no longer tied to a person. And they tell you the reason why, obviously abandoned. We can go down here and see some of these are live. This one here, dead as well. And so again, just be mindful of what you are selling. Again, if it's not on here at all, that means it's not a trademark phrase. It has not been filed as a trademark phrase. And so that is definitely one you want to focus on and target. So one of the popular areas that has a ton of phrases that I believe you should add to your product, it's just not the mom shirt as we looked over already, but also the teacher niche, right? The teacher t-shirt niche. And this is huge because a lot of these teacher shirts are filled with tons of phrases. We go down a little bit further here. We have this shirt here where it says it's a beautiful day for learning. The other shirt here where it says let's learn today. And you can see there are a ton of popular phrases we can incorporate and add to our designs to make it stand out. And again, once we know the popular phrases that are there, we are able to incorporate that into a different design style or bring that over into an entirely different category where we can actually sell this as well. And so again, we can see all these popular nows and bestsellers, but again, what's going to be helpful for us to really determine which phrase need to be our focus is going in a little further here with EverBee to see specifically what these designs are doing in regards to sales. So here is an example of some of these products that have been doing extremely well here. We can see this teacher shirt is doing well. It has 99 sales in the last month. Again, we see the total lifetime of the sales. And I like what EverBee has done here as well. They added this updated feature here on the top. We can see immediately the data in regards to this product. But again, this product is making sales, right? It's a very simple design here. As you can see, just a retro type of apple in the middle and then the popular phrase. So again, having these phrases are going to be huge when we incorporate these strategically into our design. Again, we're not trying to copy this, but we definitely learn what phrases are popular and how we can strategically and creatively infuse that into our designs, or even take this popular phrase and bring it over to a brand new category that may not necessarily have that. So again, we can see this has 20 plus people in the cart. It is a best-selling product. And again, just adding in that retro type style design is a great way for you to add in that phrase. Now we can go a step further here, utilize some AI tools to recreate this center design here with the apple. We can go in here and change the text, adding in personalization. It could be an easy way for you to add in more value to this design space. And as you know, it's very easy for you to actually go above what we have here by simply adding in some personalization to make your product stand out as well. So definitely adding in this phrase is, I believe, a no-brainer in my opinion. Here's another one here. Now, as a disclaimer here, I would stay away from the smiley faces as that can be a trademark element. But again, we're looking at the phrases that's tied to these best-selling products, and definitely incorporating this phrase, happy to see your face, is huge because again, the data proves it, right? We see 85 sales in the last month. We see 170 sales in lifetime on the listing. So something probably just recently released, right? We see 13 people have purchased this in the last 24 hours. If you're not on the bandwagon of popular phrases, you could be missing out on a huge opportunity to make sales. And again, the overall goal here is not to copy, but definitely strategically add this over into a different product category like a mug or a sweatshirt, or bringing this over to a tote bag, or creating this for a tumbler wrap. There's a lot of opportunities we can do. Take this phrase, happy to see your face, and of course, adding in personalization, adding in a retro style, adding in different placement trends, maybe having a personalization in the pocket of the shirt and adding in something different on the back with this as a popular phrase. There's a lot here that we can infuse creatively in our design to make our product stand out. And same thing here. Again, it's a beautiful day for learning, right? This is huge, right? There's so much we can do here, right? We can add in different type of elements, and we can add in some retro stars. There's a lot of cool fonts that's not being utilized here. There's some personalization that's not being shown here. There's some elements like the checkerboard bottom area that's not being utilized, or even adding in some things for the back of the shirt, or bringing this over to a different category like a pillow. Even that could be a huge opportunity and a win. So again, the data proves out well here. We can see this is a best-selling item. We go in a little bit further and see 20 plus people have it in the cart, and definitely a huge opportunity for us to creatively add some things here. But again, as we're doing this, one of the things we definitely want to be thinking about is, what are these popular phrases, right? We want to have a list of phrases that we just set to the side and start redesigning, maybe 4 to 5, even 10 variations of that design, so that we can do our best to present that in the space. How can we creatively add in some unique elements to make our product stand out even more? Now, another unique space where you can find popular phrases, especially if you are already focused on a niche, like our niche today is teacher niche, but of course, this can go for dad, the niche can go for grandma niche, nurse niche, it can go for a lot of different places. But if you do want to find additional phrases to add to your product, a very easy thing to do when you are going up and searching this out on Etsy is to have your niche. Obviously, our niche is teacher shirt, right? But we can go and find some micro niche phrases that we can start designing and creating. And one of the very easy thing you can do to find these micro niche phrases is add in a season to your niche. So for instance, here we add in a season. Obviously, we know Thanksgiving is coming up, so we put Thanksgiving teacher shirt, and what you will automatically see here obviously is going to generate for us teacher shirts that's in the Thanksgiving niche. But what we're specifically looking for are these phrases that's now focused on this specific season. And you'll see the same thing here. Again, you'll see this one where it says one thankful teacher. Again, I teach the cutest pumpkins in the patch. And again, here's another example of taking a popular phrase like this one here and redesigning that in a unique way and still crafting that same type of popular phrase into another design area that, again, it could attract a whole new buyer. So definitely there's opportunities for us to learn from these popular phrases and bridge over into a season where we can find more popular phrases we can add to our listing. And we can see some of this data on the back end of Etsy. Now, being mindful as well, this is a recently released product here, so not going to see a ton of monthly sales because it has been recently released. But we know this is doing well because we can see the number of views gained just in this short time. Again, 4 sales already, 20 plus people have it in the cart. All this is screaming out best-selling product here, as is going to be more sales as it remains on the market. But the point here is that learning popular phrases like this, one thankful teacher, and creatively redesigning this as this person did here to that popular phrase, one thankful teacher, and is doing well with sales also. Again, a recently released, it's gaining a lot of views here, but we get this in-demand red on the side that we oftentimes talk about that we want to see because Etsy is showing us in real time what this listing is doing in regards to sales as of today. And obviously this design is doing well. So again, when you are able to identify these popular phrases and bridge this over into categories like sweatshirts or t-shirts, or even a different category like pillows, coffee mugs, tumblers, this could be an easy win for you to find great products to create, finding these micro niches to design for, and taking what is working and moving it over to a different category to start selling well in that space also. Now, if you're new to this space on Etsy and you're not sure how to get started creating these type of products, I have created a free Etsy course that will share with you from beginning to end how to start your Etsy shop and create these amazing products like we talked about in today's video. If you want to check out my free Etsy course, just type in the comment section below the word starter, and I'll be happy to send that over to you so you can start your Etsy shop today. So as always, my friends, if this video was helpful in any way, subscribe to the channel and watch this next video here if you want to learn how to create these Tumblr products that could be extremely well to sell on your Etsy shop. As always, my friends, my name is Jay, and I will see you in the next video.